So, I mean, let's start with the Vikings here, right? And before we even touch a question,
some news.
A reaction to the news, right?
Yeah,
JJ
right.
McCarthy, he's going to undergo surgery for a torn meniscus. A lot of times with these, Chris, they don't know the timetable until they cut into the knee because if it's a trim, 4 to 6 weeks. If it's a full repair, 4 to 6 months.
Yes, out for the year.
Right. They would cost him his rookie season.
Right.
That'd be too much to. This is so disappointing because he looked so good in his debut. Not that Sam Darnold didn't, by the way. They're probably going to enjoy him holding the fort down while McCarthy's fully ready.
Right.
But it feels like a little bit of a gut punch for the Vikings right now.
I agree. I talked about this with Florio this morning, and of course he's Mr. Vikings fan, right? So I knew he was hurt by it. Hey, I mean, again, it seemed like you watch preseason game number 1. I went over this on Monday a little bit. Yeah, it seems like the way the amount they played him, the amount of reps, how well he did. I think how well he fits that system already. He's a great middle of the field, down the field type of thrower. That's what he did at Michigan for the most part, right? Tons of deep crosses, in cuts, right? And then, some outbreaking routes, corner routes, whatever else. But he fits that Kevin O'Connell offense. And I'm with you too. Yeah, it just stinks because I think we have a rookie class here that, I know it was only 1 week, and I think we both have agreed they know how to play the position. I was excited to see, this could be a rookie class that really comes in and kind of for a rookie hits the ground running at the quarterback position, not where we're like, wow, this is a lost year. Right. They can't handle this, right? And that's where it hurts. It does. J.J. McCarthy, I think, again, if they continue to play him the way they were in week 1, I think he would have been probably the starter week 1 at the New York Giants. So that's where it does hurt. And it stops a little bit of the progress of what he was building, what they're doing. He doesn't get a chance to kind of build some chemistry and a nucleus with Justin Jefferson and all that. That's what stinks about it. But to your point, Sam Darnold, right? I still think his starting quarterback caliber traits. And if there's a silver lining, they did a great job in not only getting him, just in case they didn't get a quarterback who couldn't play, right? And I think this is the best situation Sam Darnold has ever been in.
By a mile.
Right.
It's
as
not
far
close.
as a starter's concerned.
Yes.
I know he played for the 49ers last year and all that as a backup. But, I mean, come on. The Jets, the Carolina Panthers, they were not able to support him nearly to the capacity the Minnesota Vikings will be able to, not only with offensive line protection, talent down the field at receiver, but he's got an offensive coordinator who I would say top 5 passing game offensive coordinator in the league, and nobody gets people 20 and 25 wide receivers open 20 and 25 yards down the field more than O'Connell.
I agree. I mean, he's somebody that obviously can make the throws. With Darnold, you just need a coach that can cut out the mistakes.
That's
or
right.
Not, you're never going to cut out the mistakes, but mitigate those mistakes.
Right. And I think that's where O'Connell's great.
I think so, too.
He'll formulate the offense to you that way, right? He's got a great way of being tough, but also making you feel like, hey, we're in this together, right? And
now they are.
And with a lot of times, what happens too, he's I agree with you, but when you're on bad teams too, you start to force things.
Sure.
Wait, we haven't got our first down in 3 drives. This guy's not really open, but I'm going to try to make a play. And then it's Chris Simms and Connor Rogers watching the game going,
do that.
Why did he force the ball in there and like that? He did that last week again when they were losing by 10 and not moving the ball, right? So we kind of forget that too. I'm hopeful. And I will say, as much as I'm hurt for J.J. McCarthy and wanted to see that, right, I am happy for Sam Darnold, right? Sam Darnold now can be like, hey, I can actually practice, and they can start to formulate their team from week 1, and we don't have to worry about the quarterback conversation. And in some ways, week 1, I know the Giants aren't going to the Super Bowl. I get that. But having a Sam Darnold on the road, right, in a stadium he's played in against the Jets, I think, might be a better week 1 thing for the team of the Vikings, maybe than starting the rookie and having to deal with all that. Right.
So McCarthy, not the only first-round rookie for the Vikings that's impressed so far. Nuevo Huevo said Dallas Turner hasn't gotten enough discussion this offseason, with most of the attention going to the quarterback, but he's been as advertised. His athleticism popped off the screen against the Raiders. Chris, this is a player that they traded a lot of assets to make sure they can go up and get him.
Yeah.
And the early returns look good from Dallas Turner.
I mean, I would agree. That's definitely one of the guys you're watching. And I would agree with you that, again, what's preseason game number 1 all about? To me, it's just the look test. I don't really care about the stats. I just want to go, wait, does he look the part? Is he getting overpowered? Is his first step as good as I thought it was in college? Is he bending like I thought he was capable of? And check and check and check and check with Dallas Turner. Right. I mean, he showed all of that. And I really think he's a guy that's going to thrive in the NFL because he's going to learn how to, like we talked about in the draft process, learn how to to use his hands more, a few variety of pass rush moves, all of that. He's not going to have to worry about two-gapping as much and doing some crazy stuff that Nick Saban was. He'll just be able to rush the passer, but I certainly like the way it looked in that first game. There's no doubt about that. Got one pressure, and I think he got one sack, if I remember correctly.
First quarter sack. Yeah, sack at the end of the first quarter,
Right.
where, going back to the point you just made, stand up pretty wide off the line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
Use the outside speed, dip the shoulder, and got the sack with athleticism, where it's not, I have to read, react, contain. It's just pin your ears back and go.
They go. And I think that's going to benefit him at
that's where you
this
see it
level.
jump
There's
off.
no doubt. The Vikings here's another thought I just have on them as far as, again, there's not much to watch on offense. The offense it's pretty stacked, right? You like them maybe to open some more holes in the run game. I get that, but it's a very good pass protecting O-line. There's weapons galore. My other position to look at, right, I think is probably the interior D-line. That would be one place on their team I look at a little bit to just go, there's some good players there, but there's nobody that pops out to me or I go, oh, no, they'll be fine there, right?
Yep.
Like that is an area there with Harrison Phillips and Jerry Tillery. Again, there's a reason it's their second team. Tillery's third or fourth team. I'm losing track, right? But that's one I will be certainly watching. Can those two handle the workload of defensive tackle by themselves, or are they going to need Flores to game plan certain things to protect him? That's something I'll kind of watch as we go through the preseason and early season as well with the Vikings.
Okay, you have a chance to win $1 million in the NBC sweepstakes on Yahoo Fantasy. Just download the redesigned Yahoo Fantasy app or go to NBCSports.com/fantasymillion for additional details. What are you waiting for?
Yo, what's up? Thanks for watching, homies. You know it's the off-season, but there's no off-season with Chris Simms Unbuttoned. It's the NFL. It goes all year around, all right? So hit subscribe, please, to hear my thoughts on your favorite team, your favorite quarterback, and, hey, how this season might unfold as we get ready for the 2024 season. We got a better picture, clearer look now that the draft is over, free agency. We know who's playing quarterback for certain teams. So, again, thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe. Peace out, homies. Check you out soon.